Hi, this is going to be a stretching, more or less restorative yoga class. We're going to start, it's going to be long poses held, and we're just going to sit in them to get a good stretch. We're going to start out with the mountain pose. So you can put your hands right here by your side. You can put them over your head. I'm going to go ahead and start them off right here on the side. And just bring your shoulders down and back. And breathe in. I've already taken just like a 4 or 5 mile walk. So I love to do yoga afterwards for a good stretch after I've walked, or before, either one. But this will be about a 30-minute class, and if you'd like to subscribe, I appreciate it. Thank you. So we'll start out in the mountain pose, and then we're going to go into the tree pose. So just for a little balance, you want to focus your eyes on something in your room, just to keep your eyes steady, and bring your right leg up to your right calf, or up to your inner thigh, whichever one is more comfortable for you. My legs always slip down on my pants, so I kind of like to keep it just here is good. Just a balance. Okay, so I'm definitely off balance today. Let me try to get on. I'm gonna just focus here on something on the floor. And we'll just hold this here. Take a breath in. Take another breath in. Bring your foot down to the ground, go up with your left foot. We're going to do this at least 3 times so we can get more balanced. Sometimes it takes an adjustment. So bring your left leg up. Anywhere on your right leg is perfectly fine. And take a breath in. Okay, come on back to mountain pose. Take a breath in here. We'll do that tree pose one more time. Just gonna go slow for this class. It'll be a 30-minute class, approximately 30 minutes. And we're just gonna do maybe 10 or 12 poses, and they're gonna be slow. Okay. Come up on the next leg. Just take your breath in. This is a great time to get some deep breaths in. Take some breath. Definitely hard for me sometimes. So I have to almost think about it over again and put my right foot down, kind of spread my toes wide, and just sort of plant my leg and get stable. And then just bring your other leg up. And then really having a focal point anywhere right in front of you helps. Okay. Now we're gonna go right into warrior one. So I'm gonna turn to the right, gonna bring our right leg out, bend the knee. My back leg is at a 45-degree angle. This is we wanna bring that as wide as we can, as wide as you can get comfortable. So it's a great stretch for here. And it's a strengthener for your inner thigh. Now you're gonna bring your arms up. You're gonna look to the right, out over your hand, and just imagine that your hands are being pulled with a big string, and take a deep breath in here. Take 3 deep breaths in here, and then we're gonna switch sides. The weather turned where I am in Virginia. It's beautiful out today. Considering it's the middle of August, it's usually brutally hot. Okay, come on back up slowly. We're just gonna turn. I didn't bring my mat because I have great carpeting right here. It's just wool carpeting, and it's really comfortable on my feet. So if you have a mat, just get on your mat and go the long way. We're just gonna switch sides. We're gonna do 3 breaths. The first one, we'll start. You should try and, if you're not getting enough of a stretch in, go wider with your legs. Because I can feel it here, I can feel strengthening here, and that's what you want to feel. Okay, just do 1 fold over, forward facing fold with your legs at a wide stance. After this, we're gonna go into the goddess pose. So this kind of is a part of it. So just slowly lean forward. Just gonna bend into it. I can feel this all the way up to here. This is really what you want. You really want to stretch out the backs of your legs. So fold over here, and then you want to come up, bend your knees. This is going to be the goddess pose. Basically, you're going to open your knees, drop your tailbone down, but try to keep your back fairly straight. And you're going to feel strength building in here, but it's also a good stretch for your back. So pull your arms back all the way so that they're pulling, so you can feel it right through your back. And it's a good stretch through your whole sternum, chest. Okay, now we're gonna come on up. Okay, we'll do a forward fold. We'll come back into that. We'll come back into that goddess pose again after we forward fold. And we're gonna do this. Will be the second time. We're gonna do it 3 times because it's a great forward fold and then a reverse. Feels really good on your back. It feels really good to stretch this part of your legs. And I really want you to take a deep breath and just kind of let it hang. Let your arms hang. Okay, come on up. We're going to go back into the goddess pose. So keep your legs wide, your feet going forward. Come on down, bring your knees out. You should feel a good stretch in here, in your inner thighs, and here, across your chest. You want to keep your arms back, so they're like kind of parallel to your ears. You just want to get a good stretch in here. You think of all the times we're bending forward, driving, and everything we do, cooking, cleaning. So this is a good release. It should feel really good to you in the back. I can really feel the stretch. Okay, come on up. We'll do one more forward fold, and then we'll do one more of that goddess pose. So just bend over. Why don't you just hang, if you can, with your hands. Get a good stretch in your back. So we're gonna do the goddess pose. Come up to the goddess pose one more time. Bend your knees, come on up. Bring your hands out to the side. Pull your arms back. Take a deep breath. And then after this, we're gonna come into down dog. Let's bring your feet together. We're going to turn to the side to go into down dog. Okay, you basically just need to put your hips in the air, and then if you can get your feet back, let's try to really just sit in here. We don't sit in here too long because I don't like it to be hard on anybody's wrist. So we're gonna do the down dog, but then we're gonna come into pigeon, which is gonna be for our hips to get stretched. So to come into pigeon, we're going to raise the right leg, open up your hip, bring it out, your leg out, and then swing it back through slowly and bring your right knee to your right wrist. Bring your foot at the 45-degree angle, get down on your elbows, and we're gonna sit into this one. This is for your hips. This is probably the best stretch opener for your hips that yoga offers, and it's fantastic. If you can just sort of get a little comfortable in it, let it really release. Just sit with it. This time of year, it's usually like 90 something and 90% humidity. Last night it cleared so much we didn't even have to turn on the AC. And everybody was out walking. Breathe into your right hip. You can probably still feel it releasing and stretching. Okay, come on back up. Slowly, just come slowly. We're gonna go back into down dog. Pedal your feet. Do whatever is comfortable in down dog. I like pedaling, it feels good to me. Even here, if you can just hold the stretch in down dog for your calves, it really stretches them out. So let's raise the left leg, open up your hip, bring it down, take your knee to your left wrist, and then come on down. This will be the left hip opener. And we're gonna do this at least one more time, because this one is just probably the area where most people have tightness, is in their hips, and it leads to all sorts of issues with, you know, your back hurting, etc. So it's really important to get as much as we can to get our hips stretched out. Okay, down dog. Raise your right leg. I'm gonna repeat this. Come on up, go into pigeon on your right side. Always bring your left leg back as far as you can. You wanna get it as far back as it can go. The last time we'll go into down dog. And raise the left leg. And then bring that left knee up to the wrist. If you, make sure you get your foot at least go for the 45-degree angle, because you'll get a much better stretch in your hip. Okay. Let's stay here. Then we're gonna come into, after we stay here and let that hip stretch out, we're just gonna come into tabletop. Just gently come out. Don't rush that one, and come into tabletop. We're gonna go into Sunbird, and just really this is gonna be, it's a little strengthening, but it's really mostly just stretching. So we're just gonna raise our right hand and raise our left foot and try to feel like a string is pulling us as much as we can out of both on the foot and on the hands. And make your foot active, so bend it going towards you. That stretch gets more of a stretch. And then come on back in, just touch your elbow to your knee. Come back out, elbow to knee. Come on back out, elbow to knee. Come back out, elbow to knee. Come back out, tabletop. We're going to do it on the opposite side. So we got the right side. Give it a good stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I did 5. Come on back to tabletop. We're going to very, very gently roll over on our backs. And the first position we're going to go into is bridge. So we're going to lie down, and you're going to take your hands, you should be able to touch your heels. Okay, and we're just gonna do some gentle bridges. So just pick your hips up, gonna get a stretch in here. Should feel really good. And this one I could stay in for a while. We'll come back down, we're gonna do that a few times though. Next time we go up, we can tuck our shoulders back a little bit behind us. So Why don't you come on up, bring your hips up. You can bring your left shoulder under you a bit and your right shoulder. And that feels great on your chest. It's a chest opener. And you're also stretching your thighs and getting a great back bend as well. So we've got 3 things going on here, and all of them feel really good. Hold this one for a little. And just going back down slowly, we'll go up and do that again. Okay, tuck them under. If we had a block, which I didn't ask you guys to bring a block, but if we had a block, it feels really good to put it under your sacrum. And we'll do that another time. After that, just come on down, hug your knees to your chest. And now we're gonna really do, just put our legs in the air. We're gonna do a good leg stretch. So let's do our left leg this time. First, put the right leg out straight. Put your left leg into the air. And you're gonna just gently pull your left calf towards you. Not too much. You should make your foot active. And it feels great in the back of your thigh. Let's just hold this here. Take a breath. Okay, let's switch legs. Put the right or the left one down, and I've got the right leg up. But either leg, it's fine. And then just bend your foot back towards you. Just basically make your foot active. And then you'll feel a very good pull right here. You should feel a pull right there, unless you're super limber. We're gonna have to sit into this one because these are your big muscle groups, the ones we probably use the most and need the most and need to stretch out the most. So we have to just be patient and let the stretch happen by just sitting in it. If it's too much, just release your leg a bit. Okay. Oh, feels great. Okay, let's do that. Let's just do that one more time. So we're gonna go up with your left leg. Bring it towards you and just feel the stretch. For some reason on my right leg, I feel the stretch in the back of my thigh much more. Do the right leg. And then I want to do a twist. Just lying down with our hips. So take your right leg that's up, that we've just stretched, okay? Bring it over. You can either bend it or just bring it out straight. And then you're going to look back on the other side, up to the other side. I actually need a little tiny more room. This is a great hip stretcher and a back twist. Really good for your digestion and for your hip. So just relax into this one for a second or two or a minute. Trust me, tomorrow you'll feel a lot better if you do these. Okay? We're gonna just go do that on the other side. So you can just bring your legs straight up and bring it over. And then look back over to the other side. Okay? Oh. Right here, I want you to bring your hips in. Bring them in tight. Just hug them so that you're getting a stretch in here. Feels really good. And then I want you to just bring your legs out. Give yourself a really good stretch. We're gonna go up into happy baby. Very easy, just take your pinkies, grab your toes, your big toes, or whatever, however you feel comfortable. And this is gonna be to open up right here. So you're gonna let your legs basically come on back down. Your knees are gonna be parallel with the floor. Open it up, you can rock to side if you'd like to. You don't have to. Just give it a little stretch. You can play around with this one. You can just straighten your legs, open them up. Do whatever feels comfortable to get that stretch in. Then you can hug your knees. Twirl your ankles clockwise, counterclockwise. It's good for your ankles. Get them all stretched out. Hug your knees, and then spread your legs really long. Get a good body stretch in here. And then we'll come into Savasana. We're just going to lie down for a minute or two. This is the time to really just relax and take very slow, deep breaths. You can put your hands wherever they're comfortable, out to the side, up above your head. Just get comfortable. And take like 3 good, long, deep breaths before we come up. Okay, we're gonna roll to your side, either left or right, whatever you're comfortable with. We'll come on up into the seated position. Put your right foot in front of your left. And take a deep breath in here. We're just gonna switch legs just to keep it even. This side is harder for me today than the other side. Usually it's the other way around. Well, maybe the stretches we're doing, I think, are really working. If my right hip is actually doing better, that's amazing. Thank you very much for coming, and I'll continue next week with a couple of yoga sessions. Thank you so much. Have a good afternoon.